Hello all, I am the Holland Phantom, and for today's video we're going to be having a live battle from the base set through fossil format. On one side, we've got the Moltres Mill deck going up against the Wigglytuff deck on the other side, so we'll see which of these two decks can take the victory today. But before we begin, I just wanted to let everyone know that the channel's 2-year anniversary is going to be coming up next month, and we're really trying to get to 700 subscribers before then. We're super close. So if you enjoy the content that we put out, please consider leaving us a subscribe. It would really help us a lot. And now with that out of the way, let's get into the battle. And here we go, the battle has started with both players flipping over their starting Pokemon. On the Moltres side, we've got Moltres as the active Pokemon, and on the Wigglytuff side, we've got Magmar as the active Pokemon with the Jigglypuff on the bench. The Moltres side is going first, playing a Wigglytuff down to the bench, and attaching a Fire Energy to the active Moltres. And there's the attack Wildfire, discarding the Fire Energy off of Moltres, and discarding the top card of the opponent's deck, which was a Lass. And now it's important to note that the Moltres deck does not win by drawing all of its prizes, instead by decking out the opponent through the use of Moltres' Wildfire, and by stalling out with Pokemon like Lickitung and Chansey. Okay, over to the Wigglytuff side, the player attaches a Fire Energy to Magmar, and they also bench a second Jigglypuff, and there's the attack, Smokescreen, hitting Moltres for 10 damage, and now Moltres will have to flip a coin and get heads if they want to attack on the following turn. On the Moltres side, the player activates Energy Removal to get rid of the Fire Energy off of Magmar, and another energy comes onto Moltres. There's the attack, another Wildfire. They do have to flip a coin. There it is, and it is heads. The attack does go through. Moltres discards its energy and gets rid of the top card of the opponent's deck, which is a Professor Oak that time. Okay, turn passes back over to the Wigglytuff side now. Another Fire Energy comes down into Magmar. No other cards are played, and there's the attack, Smokescreen, hitting for another 10 damage. Moltres has taken 20 damage so far. Now let's see what Moltres can do. Energy Retrieval is activated, discarding a card from the hand to get back 2 Fire Energies. And now Moltres can continue with attacks. Yep, there's the energy coming down again. No other cards are played. There's the attack declared. Wildfire gets another heads, so discarding the third card of the opponent's deck with that attack. It was a Fire Energy that time. A double colorless energy comes down onto one of the bench Jigglypuff, and there's the attack. Smokescreen, that's 30 damage on Moltres so far. A second Lickitung comes down to the Moltres side, and the player activates Pokemon Center to completely heal Moltres. There's another Fire Energy coming down onto it, followed by Professor Oak. Now the player gets to discard their entire hand to draw 7 brand new cards. Professor Oak is the predecessor to the current format, Professor's Research, but it's not a supporter in this format, so you can play as many as you want per turn. No other cards are played. There's the attack Wildfire, and it's another heads. 3 heads in a row. This time they discard a Scyther off the top of the opponent's deck. Over to the Wigglytuff side, Wigglytuff finally comes down into play, and the player activates Energy Retrieval, discarding a card from her hand to get back 2 discarded Fire Energies. One of the Fire Energies comes down into Wigglytuff, and now Magmar is going to be paying the retreat cost to promote Wigglytuff. It's going to be the main attacker of this deck. There's a plus power, actually 2 plus powers coming down into Wigglytuff, boosting its attack power by 20, and the player activates their own Professor Oak to discard their hand and draw 7 cards. The player does have to be careful not to draw too many cards, or else they might make themselves deck out faster. Okay, 2 more Pokemon coming down to the bench, another Jigglypuff and a Scyther. And now Do the Wave can take a 1-hit KO against Moltres, and Wigglytuff takes their first prize. So it's going to be a race this game. Let's see if Wigglytuff can take all their prizes before Moltres burns away their entire deck. Okay, Lickitung comes up as a new active Pokemon for the Moltres side. It gets a Fire Energy, and the player activates Super Energy Removal to get rid of both of Wigglytuff's energy cards. And there's the attack. Actually, wait, no, there's no attack. Never mind. I forgot Lickitung does not have any energy. On the Wigglytuff side, the player quickly attaches the Fire Energy onto Wigglytuff and attacks with Lullaby, putting Lickitung to sleep. Though in between turns, the coin flip is heads, so Lickitung does wake up. Moltres just draws and passes, no cards are played. On the Wigglytuff side, Wigglytuff gets a second Fire Energy, and once again puts Lickitung to sleep with Lullaby. And Lickitung wakes up once again. Okay, over to the Moltres side once more. Let's see what they can do. Still no cards played. They have no energy to attach onto this Lickitung. Wigglytuff gets their third energy, and now they can finally attack with Do the Wave, hitting for 50 damage. So Lickitung is within KO range on the following turn. The player puts Chansey down to their bench and activates Scoop Up to pick up Lickitung, getting it out of the active spot to promote Chansey now. Chansey has 120 HP, so hopefully it can last a little longer. Over to the Wigglytuff side, the player puts down their fourth Jigglypuff, and there's the attack, Do the Wave, hitting for 60 damage. So Chansey is now within KO range on the following turn, but it does get a Psychic Energy. Oh, okay, there we go. Super Energy Removal, getting rid of the Psychic Energy and also 2 of Wigglytuff's Fire Energy, so Wigglytuff cannot use Do the Wave on the following turn, unless the player has a double colorless energy. Nope, they only had a Fire Energy. There's the attack, Lullaby, putting Chansey to sleep. There's a coin flip, and it is tails this time. Chansey does not wake up. Yeah, and that's going to be pretty much the way this game is played. The Moltres side only has to stall out the Wigglytuff side, so they're going to be using attacks to paralyze the opponent so they can't attack, or just milling their deck with Moltres' attack. And they can also use energy removal and super energy removal to prevent Wigglytuff from attacking as well. A lot of stall options in this format. Okay, on the Wigglytuff side, they got 2 fire energies back. And that's going to be it. Lullaby cannot be used as Chansey is already asleep, and between turns, Chansey remains asleep. Does not wake up with the coin flip. And, wow, a lot of back and forth. Moltres did nothing, passing their turn. Chansey remains asleep, and Wigglytuff finally gets their double colorless energy. There's the attack, Do the Wave, to take the KO against Chansey. That is 2 prizes taken by Wigglytuff. Okay, one of the 2 Lickitung comes up into the active spot now. The third Lickitung comes back into the bench, and there's a trainer energy retrieval, getting back 2 discarded fire energies, and now Lickitung can use its first attack. Oh, not yet. First we get an item finder, discarding 2 cards from the hand, getting back a discarded trainer card, and it's going to be the super energy removal. Once again, getting rid of all of Wigglytuff's energy cards. Yeah, there's the fire energy coming down onto Lickitung. There's super energy removal, discarding the energy off Lickitung to pay the cost. And Wigglytuff loses all of its energy. Okay, turn passes now. Fire energy comes down to Wigglytuff. There's Lullaby, putting Lickitung to sleep. Let's see if it wakes up between turns, and it does not. It's a tails on the coin flip. A full heal wakes up the Lickitung. So now it can attack. Yep, there's the energy. And there we see another Professor Oak, drawing another 7 cards out of the deck. The Moltres side also has to be careful not to deck itself out first. There's the attack, Tongue Wrap, hitting for 10 damage. And the coin flip is tails. So Wigglytuff is not paralyzed. A second fire energy comes down into Wigglytuff. There's the attack, Lullaby. Once again, putting Lickitung to sleep. Let's see if it wakes up. The coin flip is heads, so Lickitung will be able to attack on the following turn. Yeah, just get ready for a lot of this back and forth. Gonna be seeing a lot of Lickitung attacks this game. There's an item finder, getting the super energy removal back. Using super energy removal to get rid of all of Wigglytuff's energies again. I've lost count how many energies have been discarded off this Wigglytuff so far. It's been a lot. There's a tongue wrap. There's a coin flip, and it is heads that time. So Wigglytuff is paralyzed. Paralysis is probably the strongest status condition you can inflict on an opponent. They can't attack, though it does only last for a single turn. Here, the energy removal gets back 2 energies for the Wigglytuff side. Wigglytuff gets a fire energy, and the player passes their turn. Back over to the Lickitung side. Sorry, the Moltres side. Might as well be the Lickitung deck. Energy removal gets rid of the energy off of Wigglytuff, and there's the attack. It is tails that time, but still deals 10 damage onto Wigglytuff. Fire energy onto Wigglytuff now. Lullaby, putting Lickitung to sleep. Does it wake up? It does not. Lickitung will not be able to attack on this turn, unless the player has another full heal. But no, they don't. They immediately pass their turn, and Lickitung remains asleep. And now Wigglytuff plays their own energy removal, getting rid of the Lickitung's fire energy. Wigglytuff gets a second energy, and that's going to be it. Lickitung still does not wake up. 3 tails in a row. And no cards are played for the Moltres side. Turn passes, and Lickitung finally wakes up. Over the Wigglytuff side, the player attaches a double colorless energy now. Wigglytuff has more than enough energy to attack, and there it is. Do the wave, hitting for 60 damage. Let's see if the player has another Pokemon Center or a Scoop Up to heal this Lickitung. There we see another Moltres coming down, a fire energy coming down to Lickitung. There's the attack Tongue Wrap, hitting for 10 damage, and it is Tails. Wigglytuff is not paralyzed again. There's the attack. Do the wave. Lickitung is KO'd. That's 3 prizes taken by Wigglytuff so far. And now Moltres comes into the active spot. Moltres will be able to continue destroying the opponent's deck with its Wildfire attack. Yep, there it is, Wildfire. Discarding an energy removal that time. On the Wigglytuff side, the player activates Computer Search, discarding 2 cards from their hand to search their deck for any 1 card. So there's a card chosen. They don't have to reveal to their opponent what it is. I'm guessing it might be a plus power to take a 1-hit KO against this Moltres. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Plus power. Boosting the Do the Wave damage output to 70 to take the 1-hit KO against Moltres. And now Wigglytuff has taken 4 prizes already. They just gotta take 2 more KOs to win this game. Lickitung attacks with Tongue Rack. No paralysis inflicted, and on the Wigglytuff side, there's the attack Do the Wave. It's hard to tell how many cards are left in the Wigglytuff's deck so far. Okay, Pokemon Center completely heals the Lickitung. And now the player activates Energy Removal to get rid of the double colorless energy off of the Wigglytuff. Followed by Energy Retrieval to get back 2 of their discarded fire energies. And now Lickitung will be able to attack. The player is hoping to inflict paralysis on this Wigglytuff to prevent it from attacking. Yep, there's the attack. And it is heads that time. Wigglytuff is going to be paralyzed. It cannot attack on this turn. Okay, the player activates their own energy retrieval, getting back 2 of their own discarded energy cards. And now Wigglytuff is actually pretty close to being KO'd. It's down to just 20 more HP, so it is possible that this Lickitung can knock it out. Okay, Moltres plays no cards. They attack with Tongue Wrap, and yes, Wigglytuff is paralyzed again, down to just 10 more HP. Wigglytuff gets a 4th energy that time, okay. Oh, but there it is. The player activates Super Potion. They have to discard an energy card to activate it, which is why they attached a 4th energy onto Wigglytuff. So now Wigglytuff has 50 HP remaining because of that card. Moltres puts a Scyther on their bench, and there's the attack Tongue Wrap. Another heads. Looks like the luck is on their side for now. They've got 3 heads in a row. The player activates Energy Removal on Lickitung to get rid of its energy. And back over to the Moltres side. There's another fire energy. Moltres has a lot of energy. Okay, Tongue Wrap finally hits Tails, so Wigglytuff is not paralyzed now. A second Jigglypuff finally evolves into another Wigglytuff, and that second Wigglytuff gets its own fire energy, and there's the attack. Do the Wave, hitting for 60 damage. Over to the Moltres side, the player activates Computer Search, discarding 2 cards from their own hand to search their deck for any card that they want. Okay, there's their chosen card. Don't know what it might be. The player needs to keep using these Moltres to continue burning away their opponent's deck. So let's see if it is a Moltres in the following turn. Okay, Tongue Wrap paralyzes Wigglytuff. Down to just 20 more HP. The second Wigglytuff gets another fire energy. That's going to be it. Let's see if Lickitung can take a KO against this Wigglytuff. Yeah, it looks like it can. Another paralysis on Wigglytuff. It can't attack. It's down to just 10 more HP. The player activates Energy Retrieval again, getting another 2 energies back into their hand. It's a shame that this card does not work on special energy cards. Otherwise, they could have gotten their double colorless energy. But I guess that could have been too broken in this format. Okay, there we see another fire energy coming down to the bench Wigglytuff, and that's going to be it. So this active Wigglytuff is going to be KO'd by a Lickitung of all things. Yeah, there's the attack Tongue Wrap. They don't have to flip a coin anymore, as the KO is guaranteed, and Moltres takes their first prize. Once again, Moltres is not hoping to draw all their prize cards. They're just hoping to mill out their opponent's deck. Okay, another Scyther comes down to the bench. And the first Scyther gets a fire energy. There's the attack Do the Wave, taking the KO against Lickitung. And now Wigglytuff is down to their final prize. They're just going to take one more prize to win this game, but it looks like their deck is pretty thin now. Okay, Scyther comes into the active spot, and Moltres comes down. Moltres promoted to the active spot next. There's the fire energy. And yes, there's a Wildfire burning away a card, which is a Magmar that time. And let's see, it looks like the Wigglytuff side is down to just 2, maybe 3 more cards in their deck. It's hard to tell. Okay, a double colorless energy was put into Scyther, and there's the attack. Do the Wave. Moltres is down to just 10 HP. Oh, but the player has a Scoop Up, picking up the Moltres to completely heal it. And now, yep, there's Scyther coming to the active spot. It does have their free retreat cost. And now Scyther can retreat to promote Moltres once again. But first the player activates Energy Retrieval, getting back 2 fire energies to fuel Moltres' Wildfire attack. Followed by Item Finder to get back a discarded trainer card, which is a Super Energy Removal. Okay, Fire Energy comes down to the Scyther first. Super Energy Removal gets rid of the energy of Scyther, and 2 energies off of Wigglytuff. They're hoping to stall out by preventing Wigglytuff from attacking, as it is the strongest attacker in the field right now. Okay, Fire Energy comes down to Wigglytuff. Oh, but the player's using it to pay the retreat cost to promote Scyther now. Now Scyther attacks with Slash. Hits for 30 damage, not quite as strong as Wigglytuff. Okay. On the Moltres side, Moltres comes back into the active spot. And the player gives it fire energy. There's the Wildfire attack, burning a card off the opponent's deck. And, oh, it looks like that was it! Wigglytuff is out of cards. Oh, but they have a Last in their hand. With Last, they can shuffle all their trainer cards from their hand back into their deck. And it looks like they had 3. So this Last is buying the Wigglytuff player at least 3 more turns. Sorry, at most 3 more turns, as Moltres can continue burning these cards away. Slash hits Moltres for 30 damage. Moltres gets a fire energy. Yep, there's a Wildfire burning away one of the player's cards. There's 2 cards left in deck. They drew 1. They have 1 card left in deck, and there's the attack. Slash hitting Moltres for 30 damage. Moltres is down to just 10 HP. If the player has a fire energy in hand, they can win. Oh, but they don't! They reveal their hand to their opponent. They just have a Mr. Mime and an energy removal. They can't attack with Wildfire. So Slash takes the KO to take the final prize, and there's the handshake. Wigglytuff is your winner. So what did you guys think of that battle? Let me know down in the comments below. And be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video to help this channel grow and reach new viewers. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, this is the Holland Phantom logging out.